I just want to share a word for everybody who feels like they've been going through it. And when I say through it, I don't mean just little stuff. I mean like life is just knocking you down and you try to get up and something comes and you just knock back down and you try to get up. There are storms that are hitting not just Christians, but everybody. We are all on the same platform, to God, to whoever it may be, and we are not exempt from pain or suffering because we believe in God. Everybody that believes in God, let me tell you this. God put a word in my heart to let you know that you are running your last lap. You ever run long distance? And for those of you who are athletes may understand, and those of you who aren't, it's hard enough to run a minute. So when you are running a mile, sometimes the hardest part is starting and sometimes the hardest part is finishing. And so what God is trying to tell me is that you are in your fourth and last lap and it's hurting and you're in pain and you just think about the pain, but you don't see the finish line. Keep your eyes focused on the finish line, because when you remove your eyes from the finish line, you fall and you don't finish and you miss the trophy and the victory that comes from crossing that finish line. So let me tell you something. Though life may suck and it may hurt, it is better to walk with God than to walk without Him. If you are mad at God, it is better to be mad at God with Him than without Him. If you are frustrated with life, it is easier to be frustrated with life with Him than without Him. Let me tell you something. It is so easy to look to the right and to the left. It's so easy to shift our focus from Jesus. But let me tell you, it is easier to live life with God than it is to live without Him. The world may tell you otherwise, but let me tell you something. You think your pain hurts now and you are a child of God? Wait till you're out there and you feel like you can't turn to God. That hurts more than going through life frustrated with God. Do not lose sight. Keep running. Keep focused. That is the problem with this generation, is that we tend to give up way too easily. If something gets hard, we walk away. If something is difficult, if something is broken, we leave. But the whole point of this life is not to live life being perfect, but to know that you are imperfect and holding the one who is, so you can make it to the finish line. So for all you people hurting that you can't pay your bills financially, you're hurting emotionally, you're hurting because somebody broke your heart, you're hurting because your health is not in order, you are at your finish line. And let me tell you something. Ever heard the saying, it's not how you start, but how you finish? Finish strong. And if you can't run, jog. And if you can't jog, walk. And if you can't walk, you better crawl. And if you can't crawl, you better let God drag you all the way to the end, because it is easier to finish life with Him than without Him. I don't know if this word is for you. Pass it, share it, but do not lose sight. Do not lose hope. That is not the answer. Keep fighting, keep running. Even if you can't, even if you don't have it in you, you are not made to bear this weight on your shoulders. You are made to stand side by side, a perfect God being an imperfect human being, so that He can carry the load for you, because He already did. Thank you.